Today I'm going to look at some small in-ceiling speakers by Arylic. These are the CK30C. They're a small, self-contained speaker that you can pop up into the drywall or through a false ceiling. They're not huge speakers, so I'm not expecting earth-shattering sound, but I was actually quite impressed. Now, I'm not going to install these in a ceiling today. I'm going to demonstrate them putting them into boxes to try to get the best sound I can. I'm actually quite impressed. Today I have a pair of Arylic CK30C. These are, they say, high-definition in-ceiling speakers. We're going to look at these today and hook them up and see how they sound. Do not open this end. What does it say here for specifications? 4 to 6 ohms. It frequency response 216 hertz to 25 kilohertz. So these are, well, they're not certainly going to be shaking any walls at that. These are more for background, I would think, and for some of your effects, like your rear speakers, etc. Handles 60 watts and sound pressure level of 85 dB at 1 watt per meter. So let's pop these open and take a look at what's in the box. If we can figure out how to open the box. Somehow these are 6 ohm rated, these speakers, and there they are. So they're a sealed little unit, and they're designed, you cut a hole in the wall, cut a hole in the ceiling, and just pop them up, and these little springs will hold them in place. Looks like these go in like that. So you cut a hole to fit them in, hook your wires up, throw your springs in, and then push them up through the hole, and those will lock in place, locking them permanently into the drywall. Once they're installed, they're not coming out. Your spring connections here connect to the wires. I'm not going to install them in the ceiling yet. At some point I might put these in the workshop here, but we're going to hook them up and just listen to them as they sound without being mounted into a wall or ceiling. But again, at some point I might cut some holes in the walls and mount a couple speakers in here, or at least put them into boxes. Comes with a template. So you can cut these in. Looks like that's the template that you would cut in, and they would fit into the wall like that. So you cut your hole to the size of that, or here, tack that up, and then cut around here, cut the hole in the wall to that diameter, and then the speaker will fit in. Thing to note, the grills themselves are magnetic, and they do come off. So you can remove the grill if you want the speaker to be showing, or place the grill on so you've just got the white grill. So depending on your decor, you can either have them exposed or not. These speakers can also be hung as what they call a chandelier style speaker. So you can remove these, they call the dog legs, with the screws on the side. You can remove these and attach a bolt here to a chain and hang them so they can be hung as from a suspended ceiling, for example. For the demo, I'm going to drive them with this Arylic A50 Plus wireless multi-room full digital hi-fi amplifier. I did review this amplifier a few years ago, so if you want to go back and look at some of my back catalog, you'll see this one. Get the power adapter out. Yeah, don't laugh at what wire I'm going to use. It's not going to be pretty. It's only going to be a few feet, so I'm going to get by with using some really, really ridiculously thin wire. Alright, the speakers, the wires just connect very easy. You just push these down, insert the wires and release them, noting negative and positive for the two speakers. And don't laugh about my speaker wire. Yes, I know it's not very heavy, but again, it's only 2 feet long. So I got this roll of this telecom wire that I picked out of the recycle bin a couple of years ago at work. So I've been using it for various things, and one of them is connecting up speakers for testing. So I'll power up my little amplifier. All right, I've mounted the speakers. I just put them in the boxes with some foam below to block off the vents on the back. This will give us a little more accurate representation of how they should sound when they're mounted in a ceiling where the air from the back of the speaker is going to be isolated from what's coming out of the front of the speaker. Give us a bit of volume now so we can hear actually how they sound, and they're not bad. I'm going to do a comparison here between these speakers and my PSBs, so we're going to switch back and forth between them. Now keep in mind the PSBs are a much more expensive speaker, and they're also larger, these being 3-inch speakers. I think about 3 inches, maybe a little less. My PSBs are more like 5-inch drivers, so 4.5 to 5-inch drivers. So we would expect them to sound better, but here's the Arylic in ceiling speakers, and I'm going to switch over to my PSBs. Listen to this for a minute, and then I'll switch to the PSBs. And now we're on the PSBs at roughly the same level. Switch back. Back to the PSBs. You know, I mean, when I compare them to my PSBs, the PSBs have a little deeper sound, which would be expected because they are a larger speaker. So, and they're in tuned boxes with a bass port. So I would expect them to be a little deeper sounding than these ones. But, you know, for a small ceiling mounted speaker, these sound not bad at all. And I would certainly entertain putting these in the workshop here for hidden speakers in the ceiling. They're small, unobtrusive, they can mount them anywhere, and yes, you can get better sounding in-wall speakers. I have better sounding in-wall speakers in the house. In my home theater room, I have speakers in the ceiling, but they also weren't, they're much larger, they're 8-inch drivers, and they have very good sound. But they're also a lot more expensive than these. So for someone looking for background music, like in a kitchen or a bedroom, I think these would be perfect for that application. You're not going to be shaking the walls or rattling the china in the china cabinet with small speakers like this, but for what they are, they actually don't sound bad at all. I tried to simulate the sound to get the best sound quality by putting them in the boxes, just so that the back is sealed, because the back is vented. Normally when you're running a speaker that's not in a sealed cabinet or in a tuned cavity, the sound coming from the back of the woofer will travel out the back and will cancel out some of the sound from the front. When it's mounted in a ceiling, for example, that air coming out the back is just going to go into the void in the joist, and you're not going to hear it, and it's not going to cancel the sound. So having them sit like this, it's not going to sound as good as mounting them in a ceiling or false ceiling or through drywall. So I tried to simulate the sound as best I could by putting them into here with the backs blocked. That increases the bass response on them. Not bad. I would say if you're looking for small speakers, these are ones worth considering. Just keep in mind that they're only rated at, I think it was 60 watts, so you're not going to want to run a lot of power through them, because running excessive power through them is going to obviously damage the speakers. Okay, I'm going to open one of these units up and we'll see what's inside it. 1/8" Allen key. Who would have thought a 2.5-inch screw to hold these things together? Okay, all the screws out. Are they going to come apart easily, or are they going to give me some hassle? Don't look like they want to come apart. They're probably glued. Well, that's a good way to stab myself. Don't do that. They screw them together, but I think that these are probably glued as well. The thing I did notice, these appear to be a coaxial type speaker. Look at the driver. The driver is separate from the tweeter. See that? The driver here for the bass. These are aluminum with foam surrounds, but the center cone does not move. That's a separate driver in the center here. I want to get into these even more. Wonder if I can pry them apart. Oh, good. I'm going to get into them. Well, that's a little bass reflex driver on the back. There's more to these speakers than I thought. So maybe they do sound okay if they're suspended. I was assuming that because they're open on the back, but they're not. They're actually sealed. This is a bass reflex driver in the back here. Interesting. Okay, well, that explains that, and that also explains how I'm not getting into these, because these are sealed. They're airtight. Inquiring minds want to see what's inside here. So let's just see if we can pop them apart. How's that saying go? If one hammer doesn't work, get a bigger one. I'll get a bigger screwdriver. They don't want to come apart. I'm afraid if I pry them too much, I might pop the speaker itself. Okay, there we go. Cool. It is a double driver. Check this out. So our wires, in addition to having this foam in here for the back driver to stop anything from vibrating, there's two sets of wires. There's our woofer is right here, and you'll notice that there's a second set of wires that go up top here. I bet you, and there's a capacitor in here too, so it has a tweeter. There's the capacitor right there. You see? So I got our speaker wires connected to the woofer. There's a capacitor there for a separate tweeter. This is a coaxial tweeter, and there it is. That is neat. No wonder they sound as good as they sound. I was quite impressed. I don't know how it comes over on camera, but these actually do sound very good. And that's the reason. It's not a single speaker. They have a separate tweeter. And you can see the woofer moving there, and the tweeters inside. And there it is. Two little speakers sandwiched together to form one. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, now that I've ripped this thing apart, I'm going to throw it back together. And at some point, I'm going to try to install these in my garage at some point. Just got to remember how they came apart. Get everything lined up here. At least I was able to use the screws. The screws being long enough, they go right into the front. I was able to use the screws to line up to the front grill to tighten them down. I figured I'd pull them out of the boxes here just so you can hear them with the backs open. Not bad. Anyway, I'm going to throw the link in the description. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.